Well, hello, and a very happy Saturday morning to all my controversy casters out there. I appreciate you for being here on this Saturday morning to talk a little bit of cruising, controversial cruising topics in the cruise and travel world. I know I have not been here on the controversy cast for about 2 months, so I do apologize. So if there is nobody here, that is nobody's fault, but my own. But I wanted to come on today, and I found some hot topics. I found some things that we can talk about. I do have a new mug to share, and yeah, I love talking with this smaller, more intimate group of cruisers. Not that I don't love the gaming community and what we do in the Sea Wave Lounge and what I do with Bill. Obviously, we have a lot of the same cruisers come over here to the Controversy Cast that watch my Cruise Talk live with Bill. So getting back into this now, and Saturday mornings at 7 a.m. my time, which is PST, and 10 o'clock EST, I will be here for a half an hour doing this Controversy Cast. This is actually episode number 28. I know there was a long time in between episode number 27 and 28, but we are back here today, and I am so excited. So before we do anything, let's see who's come in and joined this morning for the Controversy Cast. Depending on where you are, it could be night. If you are, let's say, Warm Strong Adventures, one of my co-hosts on my weekly shows, it might be night where you are. So Dustin Anderson says, am I going to actually be on time? Yes, you are, my friend. You were actually 20 minutes early today. Good morning. Thank you for joining me. I think you've joined me since Thursday, actually since Wednesday. You've been Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So thank you very much, Dustin. Appreciate you. The Astute Taurus, another one of my co-hosts here with the very most. I hope you are doing well, Jimmy. You are in my thoughts and my prayers, my friend. I've actually said it a couple times on the live streams this week that we were all thinking about you, and there were many prayers and wishes going out to you, my friend. So you are so loved in our community. There he is, Mr. Bill. Welcome in, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Is it? I think it's nighttime over by you. I'm pretty sure. We're like 12, 14 hours now. 14 hours difference. The Astute Taurus says, I am a little aware, but I remain positive. PMA. That's right. Positive mental attitude, my friend. 100%. Geeky Girls Journal is here. Hello, Andrea. Welcome in. Happy Saturday to you. Mr. Greg, the podcast is back, sir. Yes, it is. And I got 3 controversial topics for us to talk about. I am so pumped up. Let's see here. Thank goodness, Scott, my weekends just don't start out right when I don't get to see your podcast. Well, I appreciate that. I know there are so many of you that do love this podcast, so I did bring it back. It never went anywhere. It was due to work scheduling, some conflicts inside myself where I just ended up making excuses, and of course, I was also traveling on cruises to myself. But here I am back. Captain Coco sends puppy loves and kisses your way. Well, I send them right back to you, Captain Coco, and to you, Ross and Donna. Cruise Nuts, good morning, Scotty. Good morning, Mike and Tracy. Great to see you guys. Thank you for joining us this morning. Danny D, the most spectacular supporter, is here. Happy Saturday to you, Danny. Great to see you. We love you right back, Danny. Thank you very much. I appreciate that hashtag. Let's see. It's midnight, and he is here on the Controversy Cast. It is Saturday morning here, Mr. Bill. So thank you for joining us late night. Hopefully you are not too many chocolate martinis deep, or maybe you are. Honestly, it's vacation. I would be. So if you saw me yesterday, I was many shots of rum deep. So we love you and everyone. I'm proud to be a part of the community. Well, absolutely. We love to have you. There is another one of my co-hosts, Denise. She says, Bill, Greg. She's shouting to everybody, happy Saturday to you. Angie Floaty Bodie is here. Hello, Angie. Welcome in. Happy Saturday to you. Thank you for joining the Controversy Cast. Masha is here. Good morning, Masha, darling. Great to see you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Okay, so I am all the way down to the bottom. Let's do this. I want to show you my new mug shots. So this is a segment of the podcast where, before I get into the controversial topics, I am going to share a creator's mug with you, or a mug from a very special certain event. And this one, yes, I do have a different version of this mug, but because I am a member of my good friends Carnival Cruise Addicts. They sent me this mug. So let's do mug shots. Yes, that's right. So I had actually received this mug from Liz and Chris Carnival Cruise Addicts for being a member of their channel for over 1 month. I believe their membership is only $4.99, and I already got a mug, a sticker, a coaster, a business card. Oh my God, I got so many membership gifts for $5. I can't believe it. One of the best memberships that I am joined on YouTube. So if you would like to too, I have their a little link pinned up on the top of the chat, and go on and get your own little mug. Look, it is both sides. If you say, oh, is it only one side? No, it's both sides. And yes, this is a very, very good mug and a very good gift. So thank you, Carnival Cruise Addicts, for the membership gift. I feel so loved. And to say too, if you would like your mug on Mugshots, please email me over at controversialcruising@gmail.com. And we will figure out how to get you hooked up on mugshots here. So thank you very much, Carnival Cruise Addicts. And again, if you guys want a mug here on mugshots, I have run through all of the creator mugs that I have. I do have one more special mug to show you from a cruise port that I had gotten. That will probably be next week. And then we're going to go out and find some more mugs. So thank you very much, mugshots. That is mugshots. Let's see. There are some shots. Oh, yes. Thank you very much for sharing that, Danny. I actually have their little membership thing pinned up at the top in case anybody wanted it to as well. Love both sides. Yes, works for a lefty and a righty. Obviously, as you guys can see, it looks like I'm picking it up with my right hand, but I am a lefty. I'm lefty everything. So. And the coffee is just hitting this morning a little bit different. Okay, so let's get into our very first topic because we have a lot to talk about today. We are going to talk about first Carnival Cruise Line cooking a hot drink rumor. Okay, and what I mean by that is supposed to be a catchy headline. Okay, they are putting to rest, or John Heald is putting to rest, a hot drink rumor that has kind of surfaced Carnival. Okay, there was a cruiser that had went on, I believe, the Firenze or the Venezia or one of the ships. I forgot exactly which one they were on. And they were talking to one of the baristas. And the baristas actually told them, well, in this next coming weeks or months, we're actually getting rid of to-go cups. I don't know. Maybe it was early in the morning. Maybe she misheard him. Maybe she didn't. I don't know. And she went right to John Heald's page and said, oh, my God, are the to-go cups from the Java Blue or the coffee shops, are they going away? And John Heald said, well, where did you hear this? And he said, from one of your wonderful baristas, he told me this. And he said, well, this is absolutely not true. It is. They are not going anywhere at all. The to-go cups obviously are very, very good for the workers. Obviously, they go to the Java Blue and then they take it to wherever they go. I've seen them do it. Sometimes they get 4 or 5 for everybody in their department and they go back. Maybe they're the coffee runner of the day. I have no idea. But John put that straight to rest and said, absolutely not. That is not happening. Now, of course, when something like that happens, there are more questions that kind of surface in. So this topic got bigger and bigger and bigger. And then it kind of surfaced into beverage package options. And then somebody slightly suggested to John, well, thank you that the to-go cups aren't going because I love getting my to-go coffee from Java Blue. But I love Java Blue so much, and I'm not one of your alcoholic drinkers. I don't get a spiked smoothie or a spiked coffee, but I love Java Blue. Me and my wife go there maybe 3 or 4 times a day, and I know you do have those little hole punchy cards where your 6th or 9th coffee is free, but is there a plan for us coffee drinkers or non-alcoholic drinkers that you put a drink package for the Java Blue? And John came back and said, well, that is a good question. I will bring it to the beards, as he always says, he will bring it to the beards, and got back shortly and said, honestly, they said no. They said no as of right now. There are no plans. Okay. And then, of course, that surfaced more and more people to ask, like, well, John, how about a smaller drink package for us older people that don't? This is what the older person said. I'm not calling him old, but he said, for us older people that don't drink 15 drinks, how about a five drink package? Right. And then somebody said, well, can we just do the soda and the coffee? Why don't we just combine them both? So my question is to you, for all those alcoholic drinkers, non-alcoholic drinkers, okay, what kind of package would you like to see in the beverage world that Carnival charges you guys for? What would you guys like to see Carnival start to offer? I mean, I'm a coffee drinker. I love coffee. I don't drink the coffee that Carnival offers. I'm sorry, Carnival, but I drink my own coffee. But if it was a really, really good coffee spot, I would like to see the coffee package because, hey, every single time I go to Java Blue to get myself an empty coffee cup, that line is out the door. I mean, out, up, and around. I mean, 7 o'clock to 9 o'clock, they are jammed. All those girls are doing, or the guys are doing, are literally just making coffee for people. It's insane. It's insane. Now, they already do have the bubbles package, and they do have a drink package that stops you at 15 drinks. Also, another hot topic that people have been saying, just keep on doing in unlimited. We're going to save that for another show. But what kind of drink packages would you guys like to see as far as like specialty drink packages where, you know, they're not nickel and diming you and charging you $4.95 for a latte every time, which is pretty much the running price. So let's see here. Oh, there are some new people that have come in. Hello, Zach from Coker Culture. Welcome in, my friend. Good morning. Good morning. Mark, Mr. Booze is here. Good morning to you. Happy Saturday. Happy Saturday. Welcome to the Controversy Cast. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Buddy Biggs is here. Buddy. Happy Saturday to you. I love it. I would do the soda. We know you love your soda and you are not an alcoholic drinker. Yes, there is also a bubbles package too as well, Danny. So that might be right up your alley. Miracles and Mayhem and Miracles, excuse me, I said that backwards, is showing some coffee cups. So maybe some coffee there too as well for you, the coffee package. Unfortunately, it's not coming anytime soon, said John, but he said he will keep on pushing for the coffee drinkers. He knows there's so many out there. Carnival packages are fine the way that they are. People will never be satisfied. And that's true too as well. Travel, yes, we see. I mean, people, even if you put this coffee package out, there's going to be somebody that says, well, what about this? Or what about that? Or what about combining them? Or what about lowering the price? Or what about just the smoothie package, right? I don't drink coffees, but I drink smoothies. So yes, such a great point. You're really not going to make everybody happy. And, you know, John knows that. But at least he can be kind of like that mitigator in between. I think even though he knew he was bringing it to the beards, I think he knew they were going to say no. So between you and I, drinking some soda right now. Oh, my God. It's only like 10 o'clock where you are. Crazy. I bring it every day. Hello, Kelly. Welcome in. Welcome in. Cruise Life TV says, we are very happy with the Cheers package. It covers everything: water, shakes, even spiked coffee shakes, coffee and soda. Yep, spiked milkshakes too as well. I know you love those, Greg. So yeah, it really does. It really does. It covers so much more than just the alcohol. And I know, obviously, someone that doesn't drink alcohol is not going to buy the alcohol package just to have the extra coffee Java Blue benefit. So I totally understand that. I kind of honestly think it would kind of benefit them to do that kind of package. But again, John also said that would 3 or 4 times the traffic because people would just be going to get coffees. And now that line would be out the door like 24 hours a day or however long they have that the coffee station open or Java Blue open. Coffee and Pepsi. So there we go. So a little bit of brew and a little bit of bubbles. I like that, brew and bubbles. But for the non-alcoholics, maybe that's what they can call it. If you see that, Carnival stole my idea. Wish I could just prepay for 15 alcoholic drinks every day on the ship. Every day on the ship takes it all. Yeah, 100%. Now I have experienced different packages like on the Margaritaville at Sea, where they gave you a wristband. It had 10 drinks on it, and every time the bartender would give you a drink, you would tap your little bracelet and it would like deduct 1, 9, 8, 7, 6, and then you could buy a new wristband. I think that would be kind of cool, but I think that would be definitely abused on Carnival, so I can kind of understand. An all-inclusive drink package including, alcohol, coffee, soda, and fresh squeezed juices. Yes, I love the fresh squeezed juices in the morning on Carnival, Ross, and they are like $6 a pop. I don't see them. I don't think they're ever going to include those, but that would be a good idea. Let's see here. By the way, I believe John mentioned something about your pre-ordering and picking up your coffee at the Java Blue, which was a recommendation I made a long time ago. Yes, that is going to be something now that may go into the app or is already going into the app, where it's kind of like the Starbucks app. You go in, you order it. Now, again, I probably early on, there's going to be some bugs with this thing. People are going to be getting wrong orders and things like that. And it's just going to be a mess for a little while. But yes, obviously, starting anything new, there's going to be a little bit of mess for a little while. But John did say that on the FFS cruise. Yes. I did. I actually had a really good sleep last night. I think I fell asleep on the couch a little bit after the match game, watching somebody's video, and then I went into bed. Yeah, I had a really good sleep. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Mr. Smith, happy Saturday to you. Hi, CC. Nice to see you again. Good to see you, Mr. Smith. Thank you for joining us. Ross, yeah, the fresh juices is a great idea. Maybe just a really like a wellness drink package, right? For like all the fit foodies out there, right? That are on the cruises now, especially in a lot of the younger generation that are out of college. Still like, oh, I go to the gym every day. I'm going to the gym on my Carnival. Maybe the fresh pressed juices would be good for them too. And me, hey, I'm fat and I still like the juices. So I'm still a fit foodie. Eating breakfast as we speak. Rice, red beans, and rice. Ooh, yummy. I love that. All right, let's move on to our very next topic. Hello and good morning, Miss Marjorie Ambrose. Great to see you this morning. Hope you're having a good Saturday. Let's talk about a Carnival Cruise Line passenger exception to a key rule. And I know this is going to go all off the rails. I know there are going to be people on the left side and the right side. So please, nobody fight with each other in the comments. Okay. Just politely say what you feel and how you stand on this. But again, from John Heald on John Heald's page, okay, there was a hot topic and debate about the line at the buffet. Now, let me be very clear and let me explain what I mean, okay? As you get up to the buffet line, okay, and you grab your plate and you grab your rolled silverware, okay, and you stand in a line and it gets longer and longer and longer, okay? There are different things at the buffet, not stations, but I guess stations, let's just say, okay, at the buffet as you go along, okay? One of the first things are your meats and your salads, okay, and fruits. Now, the hot topic and the hot debate that somebody had brought up and asked John, is it okay if I cut the line because I don't want to stand by the salad goers and the fruit getters? I'm skipping that because I'm going right to the next station, right? And John, oh my God, John had a long thread with people going back and forth about cutting, not cutting, not cutting, cutting, you're cutting. This is okay because I'm not getting fruit. I'm not getting salad. You're holding up the line, blah, blah, blah. Okay. And John basically came in and said, listen, okay, Carnival has a very strict rule around this, basically, that says you can do this, but do it politely. And I think that this is something that has gone out the window with COVID as far as manners and being polite and communicating and using your words and looking somebody in the eye and say, do you mind if I go past you while you get your bruschetta? Like, just talk and say something, right? Okay. And Carnival said that this is acceptable. And again, people coming back from both sides of the spectrum. Okay. Now, I want to know if you have been one of those people all the way in the back, right? And there are like 15 people, like the fit foodies, right? Trying to get their salads and their ranch and their croutons, and they want only the red beets and not the white beets and only the red beans. And they're just standing there and literally clogging up the line. Is it okay if you politely ask, is it okay if I go to the turkey car, which is right next to it? your very next station, right? I know everybody wants to get to the mashed potatoes and the beans, and believe me, there's going to be enough there. But is it okay to politely go around Christina and go into the next station? Now, I know, again, there's going to be people that say, yes, it's okay, and no, it's okay. For me personally, I think if you use your manners and you are polite about it and you look the person and say, hey, do you mind if I go past you? I think it's fine. But if you're trying to be a Karen or you're trying to be a jerk or you're trying to be entitled, right? That's the other thing that kept going on in John saying, oh, entitlement. This person thinks they're entitled. That person thinks they're entitled. Oh, you're a diamond, so you think you can cut me. Like, no, I just have free laundry. Shut up. I don't have free laundry. Not yet. But I mean, I know this was going to be controversial. I'm going to go into the comments. Don't fight anybody, please. We all love each other. But I want to know. I think it's okay if you do it polite, right? Human to human, just say, hey, I know you're fixing your salad. It actually looks pretty good, but do you mind if I just go past you? Because I'm not salading today. I'm not salading ever, which is a lie. I do like the salads on Carnival. Carnival should mimic Royal Caribbean's drink package. Yeah, but I think they would get a little bit of heat from that. Like I think they all copy each other in some sense, but it's obviously good for each cruise line to have their uniqueness about them. So while I say yes, I also say no. Let's see. Trisha and Bert Nichols are here. Good morning, guys. Good morning, Scott and fellow cruisers. That's what you get right here on the Controversy Cast. Scotty J Travels is here. Whoop, whoop. Happy Saturday to you, my friend. I love it. Absolutely okay. I typically ask if they mind if I get in front, right? That's what I said. Greg, do you mind? I'm not getting a salad today. Can I go in front? Oh, yeah, go ahead. Absolutely. You're really not going to find too many people that are like, no, you got to wait behind me while I put my croutons on. Mini Melly 2003. Good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Mini Melly. I love this. I'm seeing some new names too. Saturday morning podcast brings out the cruisers in everyone. That should be my tagline. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, PK Adventures Travels. Welcome in, Ryan and Mel. Crazy to stand in line for an extra piece of butter, right? And I know there are so many people, right? And I'm one of those people that towards the back of the line where they have the rolled silverware, I always forget the silverware, right? And then you try to go in and people think you're trying to cut them, trying to get a plate and trying to do the little shimmy in. No, Diane, I'm just can I just get a roll of silverware? I forgot. Oh yeah. But again, just use your words. Just say, hey, I forgot the silverware. Can I just get through? I'm not trying to cut you. As soon as you say I'm not trying to cut you, oh yeah. You need an extra one here. Let me grab you one. So yeah, it is crazy to stand in line for an extra piece of butter. Love baked beans for breakfast on a ship. Makes me laugh. Makes me laugh every bite. Oh. We don't want to know what it makes you do on the other end. Travel, yes, we see. Ask for forgiveness, not permission. They need to get out of the way. Ooh, I like that. Travel, yes, we see. I like that. Ooh. Danny, are we sashaying today? Yes, Mr. Smith, isn't that just how polite society works? Yeah, before COVID, I guess so. But now, I don't know. People they look at you like this. I mean, even at my work, too. I mean, it's everywhere. People just forgot. Hey, we have this mouth, right? There's another human being. If you want something or you're asking for something, right? Or you want them to do a certain action or you want to do a certain action, just use your mouth and use your words, right? Polite society and say thank you and say please. What happened to that? I don't know. Angie Floaty Buddy said, if you are polite, yes, but people have forgotten their manners. Exactly. That's just exactly what I was saying. They literally just shimmy in for the butter, without saying anything, without you even knowing that they're just going to get the butter, and they just, oh. Okay, Elaine, I had no idea you forgot your butter for your lobster. You want to say, excuse me, can I just grab a butter? Oh, yeah, absolutely. Go ahead. Let me, what in the heck? Manners work. They do. Good morning, John Geller. Welcome in. When they say yes, when they say yes, I mind, then I accidentally sneeze in their tray. Stop it, Greg. Nut. Travel, yes, we see Royals onboard price for soda and coffee packages $50. Wow, that's not bad. You get a discount if you buy in advance, of course, probably like a 10% or a 5%, but it's still pricey. Yes, absolutely. Good morning, the Cam fam. Great to see you guys. Great to see you. Welcome in. Michael Ann Spoiled Mama is also joined us. Hello, Michael Ann Spoiled Mama. Great to see you. Going from 6 foot distancing to people in my personal space started causing me anxiety. And I know I so much for so many people, right? We were doing the whole 6 foot thing for so many years, a year plus. And then we got back into society and the manners and communicating. I mean, it's just hard. Words, obviously, for me from Wednesday to Friday, they're hard too. So I get it. But just being polite and saying, hey, I know you're making a salad. Can I just go past because I'm not making a salad? And hey, listen, I'm trying to get to the show and it's in about 20 minutes. Just use your words. I think 95% of people are not going to mind. Yes, obviously, is there always going to be one person in the world that just wants to be that kind of person? Sure. But we're not here to talk about that person, right? We're talking about just using manners. And hey, for me, for Carnival, for John, if you use your manners, I think it's more than acceptable to do that. Yes. Okay, let's go on to our last topic. Clarification is 50% of $50 a day per day on Royal for just the basic non-alcohol with coffee, $3.50 a week. Ooh, those drinks getting expensive. I'm telling you, they are getting expensive. All right. We put those, yes, and please smash that like button if you have not already. Thank you for that reminder, Masha. Okay, so this one, let's talk about the recent CDC layoff and how this signals bad news for us cruise passengers. Okay, so no surprise, the United States Department of Health and the Secretary, Mr. Kennedy, right? He obviously wants to make improvements for the public health and the health of the nation overall, right? Now, the restructuring of his programs have cut some crucial health programs that run some of our health checks for our cruise ships. Okay. And there were a ton of layoffs that just happened April 1st. Okay. And he asked actually the critical environment and health division that helps protect our health on the cruise ships. And he also cut the entire division of health and science practice for this division that manages the VSP, which is the Vessel Sanitation Program, okay, which is basically the checks and balances for the health and the health scores that you guys see all where'd I go? Sorry, internet. So the VSP. Okay, so now if this VSP program is not in place, okay, this could mean some pretty bad things for us cruise passengers, and especially coming in now to that heightened neurovirus that you have also been seeing swirling the internet for many cruise lines, not just Carnival. Okay, there has been many cruise lines recently that have gone through some neurovirus outbreaks. Now what? Okay, and I'm not saying that I had neurovirus, but on the January or excuse me, on the Magic Cruise that I just came off of, all of us that were on that definitely came home with something. I don't know what it was, but it was definitely something. It was cruise crud. It was something. And that was one of the 3 times that I have ever gotten something from a cruise. Okay. And now, yeah, that is kind of alarming, right? Because this VSP, this Vessel Sanitation Program, right, it does a lot more behind the scenes than we actually know, right? There are two checks a year that are unannounced to every cruise ship. They don't know when it's coming. This is like a health check, right? Twice a year for every cruise ship. And now it might be going away. It is actually been going away, right? And now obviously Kennedy says, hey, we are restructuring the program, and we know that this leaves the cruise industry kind of susceptible right now, but we are putting something in place to make sure that VSP is going to even be bumped up a level, right? He's saying that they're going to take it up a level, but that hasn't happened yet. The only thing that has happened to our knowledge is the tremendous amount of cuts within the CDC. So it's kind of crazy to me. It's a little bit alarming, especially since I have two more cruises booked this year on big ships with a lot of people, more than what I was on with the Magic. And believe me, on the Magic and the Dream before that, there were people just going, like, do you forget you have hands? Did you forget you have God? And I can just imagine now 6,000 people or 5,000 people on the next show. With no VSP in place. Oh God. Oh, please help us all. We're all gonna come home sick. Cruise lines should manage their own health conditions unless there is an outbreak. Yes, then the government should step in. I really agree. I really agree. And obviously, they say, oh well, the cruise ships are going to keep up on their standards and blah blah blah. If nobody's checking, you really think so? And if we don't have a score, do you really think so? Scotty J Travel says, Cruise Nuts is here. Hello, Cruise Nuts. Welcome in. Woo-hoo. Happy Saturday to you guys. 2-0 on not being sick, but my Braves are 1-7. I'm sure that made you sick. I'm sure the cruise corps don't want sick passengers on board. No, and I don't want to be with sick passengers on board too. It's just not good for business. It's not. And honestly, right now, until we see what the next step is, it's not looking good for the cruise passengers as far as safeguarding our public health on these vessels, right? It's with all those people conjugating together and germs, yeah, and honestly, and everybody sneezing at each other. I could not believe the disregard people had on my last two cruises with just sneezing, coughing, wiping, God, people going to the bathroom and not washing their hands. God. Guys, girls, I'm not singling anybody out. You all did it. Doesn't matter. Jimmy Boyles is here. Hello, Jimmy Boyles. Welcome in. Cut back the public health inspections. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know. It made me kind of think, Travel ESPC, are they doing this on purpose? We want you to be safe. We're trying to up the safeguard. And here they are. They just axed the CDC or most of the CDC that helps and protects the cruise line industry. What could possibly go wrong? I don't know. We can talk about that on the side, Travel. Yes, we see about what we think. We could go on for another hour about that. Trisha and Brett Nichols, we cruise on the Sunshine in 40. Here we go. We cruise on the Sunshine in 42 days. It got a score of 89. Now this change. Woo. Yeah, 89 is not so good. Woo. What can you do to protect yourself, Scott, besides washing your hands? Oh, that is a great question. Well, Masha, to tell you the truth, I always, 9 times out of 10, bring my Lysol wipes, and you can't bring the little travel size spray. They'll take it away from you. So I usually bring Lysol wipes, and I'll do a double wipe down of all of the things in my cabin, right? We trust our cabin steward, but I also always do the due diligence and also trying to bring them to as well and wipe some things down, wipe some surfaces down. I mean, that's really all you can do, and stay away from the people that obviously have no regard for any other humans that are trying to cough all over the place. But honestly, all you can do in those situations, Masha, unfortunately, is worry about yourself, right? And safeguard yourself. Washing your hands is 110% definitely a good safeguarding measure, right? And it's not just the hand sanitizer, it's actually washing your hands. You can go into the bathroom, not go to the bathroom, and wash your hands. I know it's a crazy thing, but you can do it. And it takes less time, okay, than actually going to the bathroom. So you could just do that and just safeguard yourself. And it starts with you, is what I believe. It really starts with you. If we all worked on safeguarding and protecting ourselves, I think the cruise ships would be in a lot safer and healthier place. I'm 1 for 2 on getting sick post-cruise, but I can't say that was from a cruise. Could have been yeah, I mean, and hey, it's the same thing. Traveling, it goes hotel, airport, plane, right? Again, people with just disregard for other human beings, right? And if you know you're sick, right? And this was the crazy part, because I knew the people were sick, right? If you are not feeling good on a cruise, try to keep yourself in your cabin as much as you can for the sake of the other people, and don't just go out, because we know that you're sick. We can hear you. We can hear you and we can see you. Okay. So, I don't want to catch you a little, right? And Greg says, practice your safety protocols. Cover whenever you cough, sneeze, and wash your hands, and watch what you touch. Yes, 110%. I mean, obviously, there are things that are touched on cruise ships a lot more than others, right? Door handles, casino buttons, things like that. So, yeah, bar seats, bar chairs, things like that. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, TJ's Destination. Great to see you. Great to see you. People just need to be considerate, and would solve a lot of problems. It really, really would. But again, without this VSP in place, I'm telling you, I'm a little scared. I am really anxious to see who takes over, because he also said, well, there is another division in the CDC that will take over this VSP program. Okay. There was a division that got axed that was responsible for this VSP program. And so there's many divisions in the CDC that you guys don't understand. So there is another division set to take part or to institute this VSP program. So Lord, oh Lord, let's see it happen, please. We start taking, here's a good tip. We start taking emergency packages a few days before leaving, and while on, to help battle the germs. Yes, the emergency is definitely great. There's a bunch of different emergency companies if you want to use a cleaner one, or emergency, or there's even, I found one at like Kroger that was like Kroger brand. So definitely easy to definitely do that and start that a few days or a week before your cruise. Scotty J says, it amazes me how many people will board the ship as they are getting sick, right? Right. I understand nobody wants to miss vacation, but first line of defense really starts with ourselves. It really does, right? Because now you're sitting somewhere and you're starting to cough, and then that person catches it, goes back to their cabin. Oh, God, that's how outbreaks happen, Scotty J. Really, honestly. Exactly. Hand wipes are handy. I love them. The 10 and 20 packs, they fit right in the bottom of the toothbrush bag, the toiletry bag, like a glove. I also took supplements to boost my immunity prior to on the cruise. Yes, 110%. I know Bill said he was doing that too. He's on a long cruise right now, that 29-day cruise. So yeah, you want to safeguard yourself before and after, because again, missing that cruise really would suck. And no. Airplanes apparently are the nastiest. They are like I try when I'm on a plane not even to use the little flippy down thing, and especially I'm not using the flippy down thing if I don't have a Lysol wipe in my my carry-on. If I left it in my check bag, I ain't touching that thing. That thing is the grossest thing in this world. They say more germs than the toilet. Go eat your biscotti on the toilet rather than that flip down tray. Don't do that. Don't do that. Airplanes apparently are the nastiest. I watched a video on a retired stewardess. It was awful what she said. Yeah, I could imagine. And also, don't drink the coffee. A retired stewardess was saying that planes are the dirtiest. No time to clean or disinfect. Yeah, really. It's yeah. Let's see. The tray tables on the plane is scary. Yes, it is just as scary as this VSP program that is floating up in the air right now, waiting for somebody to institute it. Please institute it. I need to know these cruise ship scores, and especially one of the ones that is just coming out, the World America, because that is going to be my next cruise, and I want to know that she's clean before I go on there. I know there's not going to be too many people before I go on, but still, I want to make sure she's clean. So let me know. Thank you guys for also joining me today. It has been a great episode, number 28 to come back to. Kelly says, also do not use the airplane ice. Yeah, airplane ice and even fast food ice. That could be a whole nother topic, or a whole nother episode. We could just talk about ice and We love our I'll have to add something to boost our immune system. We have liquid IV. Yes, that helps from being hungover or dehydrated. Yes. But yeah, these little immunity packages, they are great. And sometimes they're even little just tablets you just drop in and they fizz. So 110%. Let's see. Denise says hospitals have JCHAO. I'm going to act like I know what that means, and we're going to say yes. I don't know exactly what that means. Oh, it's like an inspection program. So it's like a VSP, but hospitals have a GCHAO. Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, we need these checks and balances. I'm telling you. And Ross says, oh, that's why he's bougie. And that's why I fly first class. They give us sanitizing wipes as we go to our seats so we can wipe them down. Yes. And I always use that sanitation wipe that they give. They give us one, too, in economy. And I use that, too, as well. But yes, thank you guys very, very much. It has been a great Saturday morning. I don't want to steal any more time from you guys. I want you guys to go out there and do something this weekend that makes you smile, no matter what it is. Get out there and do something that makes you smile, because you guys deserve it. You guys are the best audience in the business. I thank you guys for waking up with me and spending just 42 minutes with me on the Controversy Cast number 28. I will not be here next week. Sorry, not making excuses, but my parents will be in town, and I want to make sure that I send them off right. And we're going to go to breakfast, I believe. So I will be missing this podcast time. But in 2 weeks, I promise I will be right back here with episode number 29 with all of you guys and my most close cruisers. I love you guys. Thank you guys so much. I cannot wait till we can sail together and on the bright, beautiful blue seas. So thank you guys very much. I will see you all later. And next week, you won't see me either because my parents are here all next week. So love you guys. I will see you. And hopefully I'll be able to pop up with them and have a great Saturday. Bye, y'all. Bye. Where is it? Where's my outro? There it is. Bye, guys. Love you.